All right then. Let's see. Why are you lagging so much? Oh, oh gosh. Right. All right, here we go. Another day, another. Yeah. Keep on grinding. Just gotta keep on going. All right. Welcome, Internet. It is I, Anime Mask Guy, here with another stream called Come Chat With Me, episode 12. I am on the 12th episode already for Come Chat With Me. Oh, how the days and time goes by. It goes very quickly, I have to say. Never really expect things to go so quickly. I mean, we're already halfway through 2026. Going to be 2027 so very soon. And speaking of 2027, I realize. I hope you can hear me better now. Going in halfway to 2026, we're now coming to 2027. And I don't know how many of you seen a lot of these game trailers, but I saw one for Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out on 2027 PS5. Makes me want to buy one now. I want to buy a PS5 just so I can play a lot of the games that I didn't get to really play so far. But there's quite a lot of PS4 games I haven't, played as well. So it's more about time as well. Do I have time to play all these games and everything? So that's the dilemma of being a working adult. You want to have time to, relax, but then you need to have time to go and make money. Once you have time to relax, you spend it all on sleeping and doing nothing. And then once the holiday's over, you're like, oh, I wish I could have done more. Adult life. Never fun. It's never fun at all. People say adult life is always will get better or you yada yada yada. But so far, I have not seen anything where it makes me feel like, yeah, being an adult is cool and amazing and fun to do. But it's enough of this doom and gloom. With our usual, come chat with me. I will yap, and hopefully some of you will react. So today's topic, what are we going to talk about? Well, I saw this interesting internet drama going on. As I said about the game trailers and all the new games that's coming out, Stellar Blade is coming out with a new, installment to their game, and Stellar Blade 2, obviously, or well, I can't remember what it's called, but they basically introduced not a new character, but more like a background story of a existing character, but feels like a new character at the same time. So everyone's complaining about the design of the woman. Looks childlike, too childlike, especially, and is borderline. Well, I don't know if you're allowed to say the word or not. As far as I know, a lot of words been censored right now, so I don't know what's the correct terminology currently on the internet that's circulated around about the situation. But nonetheless, they are calling people to that they are creepy because they like this particular design or even having the design to begin with. It's too childlike. Now, I understand why they would say it's too childlike. However, they have to understand that in Asia, the people looks really young. It's an Asian genetics, it's Asian genes. People well in their 30s still looks like they're in their 20s. Quite a lot of Asians do look like they are in their 20s. There are even Asian people in their 50s that looks like they're 30 or even 20 years old if they're really blessed with their Asian genes. So it's I understand the sentimental value and the mindset of why they look like a child and being, you know, fetishized and all that stuff. I understand that. However, you have to remember that this game studio is from South Korea, so their models will be, well, basically Asian, South Korean women. And as I said, well, not South Asian, sorry, it's Asian women are, naturally young looking. Like they will look very young, and unfortunately, their body physique is also very petite as well, naturally. Because in I don't know how many of you met Asian people or seen Asian people, but the average height in Asia is different to Western society. Western society, their average build and their height is bigger than in East Asia continent. So I think people well, not miss, sorry, it's more like they forget or misremembered, that's the word, misremembered that there are different types of people in the world, and the average of what is an average body like in each country is different. So again, petite ladies in Asia are more prominent than in the West. More You'll see more petite ladies in East Asia due to, because I said, the average height and a body build, especially in East Asia, is a lot smaller compared to Western society. Now, a lot of the Western media, especially on Twitter or X, depending on what you call it, they are fuming over the fact that men are fetishizing women as some kind of a child. And I would have to argue saying, no, that's not the case. It's just that the model that they are, well, designing after, the South Korean game company is modeling after a Asian woman. So they will obviously look a bit more younger. And they did explain as to why this character looks younger. It's because they are trying to make her younger than the previous protagonist instead of Blade 1, which makes sense because they have to look strikingly. And okay, I have to say this. In animation, it's you have to make it very strikingly uh, obvious for people to see that, okay, this person is younger than the previous protagonist. Because in animation, depending on the animation style and everything, there are times where the characters may look similar to each other, and you may not be able to differentiate the characters. Give example, Invincible. I don't know how many of you have read the manga of Invincible, but if you have read it, you would have realized that the artist somehow or some way has made a lot of the characters look similar or the same as the main protagonist. So it becomes very confusing who is who. Even though they have different names and different powers and different backstories, you will get confused if you weren't paying attention as you should be when reading the comic book. So, same way as animation, if you don't make it strikingly obvious, especially in terms of age difference, it will be confusing as to how old or what the background story and everything becomes, because people, if they're trying to make the backstory very compelling, interesting to watch or to be invested in, they still have to make this the visual effects very obvious as well. Now, we all know what Stellar Blade's designs for the costumes for the ladies are like anyway. So that's already been bashed before, and obviously they're going to be bashing it again. I have to say that the design of the costumes is not. I would say is not. Stellar Blade is not the only game that's unique to have this problem. There's many games that's come out before that has scandalous outfits as well. That they are pretty much nearly naked or pretty much is naked. Why is it that then those characters, game characters, female game characters especially, are okay to be either fully naked or almost naked? I give you example: Baldur's Gate. Three prominent female characters that's quite popular in Baldur's Gate, especially Baldur's Gate 3, if I remember correctly. They are pretty much nearly naked, and there's no mods needed to, well, show more skin on the characters. They were, originally designed to have, showing a lot of skin. Why is it that those characters are not flamed or, you know, complain about being scandalous and sexualized or whatever? But when it comes to this Stellar Blade that is, basically very human character game design, rather than a fantastical image of creatures like orcs and stuff. Human, for some reason, is not good, but when it's a female, like fantasy style character, or fantasy genre of character design, it is okay to be half naked or fully naked. So it just feels very weird because they are female. They've been portrayed as female, both sides. The only thing that was different was their species race was different. And then I just have to say, well, you, it's one is they're both just games. It's a game, so they're not real people. But again, when they're saying, but it's still sexualizing women, but isn't an orc woman also being sexualized as well? Or do you prefer that? Do you think that that's not a woman, so it's fine? Then it's just like it's the argument of like trying to argue is who is right, who is wrong, and all that stuff. It's like a chicken and a duck arguing each other and see who is right. So it's just it's a very weird drama. It's a very weird, heated argument on the internet. Just talking about this, and I just feel like I don't know when did we ever start to have these kind of problems and having that many people voicing their opinions on such situations because we never had that before. There were many games, especially Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is notorious to have scandalous women on there. There's literally prostitutes in there as well, pole dance and everything. Never once have they been complained. You may get a few mums complaining about it, but you never got a whole entourage of armies of people on the internet trying to give it a bad review and downvote and everything and calling everyone creepy or downright evil on a similar scale of like being a PDD evil or Epstein file evil. So it's weird. It's very weird, and how we have evolved into such a society where we can't seem to have a conversation with one another. We have to argue and to see who can win this argument and become on top of it. And I have got a better, better the upper hand over you and everything. So it's just, ooh, mm, 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 mm. But anyways, I have to say, work is getting busy now. I am busy juggling my full-time job and social media. Whilst I want to be more active on social media to post more videos and edit my shorts as well to advertise my live stream, it's getting hard. It's getting very, very hard. scheduling and everything. My life. Oh, I got a message. Hello there. Hello, frog legs for my stew from Uganda. Hello there from Uganda. I am, I am happy that you are from Uganda. And you are watching my stream and you are messaging me. And what you wear a white mask, and my American friends say white face mean you are snow bunny. Hmm. I don't know how to tell you this, my friend from Uganda. Snow bunny doesn't. The term snow bunny doesn't seem. If I remember correctly, is not used for that type of terminology or meaning. It's something different. It's a more of a innuendo kind of like terminology. So I would advise not to use the word snow bunny to describe white face because, as I said, snow bunny is more of an innuendo terminology. And yes, I believe your American friend may be doing this to pull your leg, or another way to say it, trying to make a joke or make fun of a situation of a possible near future where you may have you said it and it could be a very embarrassing story to share in the future. So frog legs for my stew. Uh, love your name. But I would say I would advise against using the terminology snow bunny in the future to describe whiteface. But yes, I do wear a white mask. My mask is basically a very simple anime design of a face. Thank you, my friend. I'll curse his family for 3 generations. You're welcome. But I would advise not to curse his family for 3 generations. It is not necessary. You can you can well, either you can confront him situation or you can just ignore it and just move on. There's no necessary need to curse someone for 3 generations. That seems very excessive. But you're welcome. I'm glad to be of service and to be of help. How are you, frog legs for my stew? How is Uganda? Are you having a great time? What time is it actually in Uganda? Actually, that's a very good point. What time is in Uganda? No, pardon me. According to Google, you are right now 9:42 p.m. Oh my goodness. My fellow friend in Uganda, frog legs for my stew, 9:42. That is quite late, and you're watching my stream. Thank you for choosing to watch my stream at this late hour. Hopefully, you are able to have a good evening and able to sleep well very soon because it is getting closer to sleeping time. I hope you get to sleep early and able to sleep very soundly as well. I don't have insomnia like I do, where I'm not able to sleep and constantly just fidgeting and trying to make myself go to sleep. Hopefully, you have a better sleeping habit and schedule than I do. Oh, what was I saying? Ah, yes, internet drama about Stellar Blade. Yeah, I have to say, it's a weird situation. Although people probably will get angry about anything anyway, in this situation, in this climate of time, people will find anything just to be mad at. Which actually reminded me of a very funny situation that happened today at work. So today at work, I'm not going to mention as much as possible, but it's mainly it just happens in an email where I was, well, a customer called. They said they haven't received an invoice. Oh shoot! Sorry, itchy nose. Yeah, a customer called. They say they haven't received an invoice for their order. So I contacted our account department and say, hey, have you sent the invoice by any chance? If you have, please can you resend it again? Because the customer saying they haven't received it, yada, yada, yada. And then after a while, it seems to of no avail. So I confirmed with them saying that, just to confirm, did you send it to this email address? And they said, No, because the invoice number I provided was incorrect. It's a different customer. So I said, well, that's strange because the invoice number that's saved on the document was this invoice number. So obviously it's not me who gave the wrong information. Someone saved the wrong information. That's why wrong information was given to begin with. So I pointed that out. So okay, so that's apologies, but unfortunately, wrong information was saved. Some reason that colleague somehow made an argument out of nothing. So continued to email me back and said, um, "Yeah, this is wrong. You gave me the wrong details. In the future, provide full details so that we can find the correct information." And I went, "All right, if that's how you want to play, so I'll tell you again, reiterate the situation." So I said, um, "Okay, thank you for your reply. I just want to reiterate that wrong information was saved on the system, which is why I gave you the wrong information to begin with in my initial email. But as per your request, I will provide as much information, as full information as possible in the future. But I do not know how this can prevent wrong information being logged or saved on documents and files." And I just left it as that. And they said, kind regards and whatnot. I replied, I now got a reply from her. She say, uh, mistakes is fine, but running away from responsibilities is not good cooperation within a company or cooperative manner or behavior or something like that. And I just went, oh, very weird, very strange. You would say that. So I replied saying that, apologies, I do not understand what you're saying. So I just want to clarify what my intent was or what I'm trying to say in my email. I only expressed that wrong information was provided, which is why there's this, misinformation going on and, um, misinformation. So I just want to clarify that unfortunately, wrong information was saved incorrectly, and I did not mention or intended to say I am running away from cooperating with you. As I also mentioned, that I in the future will provide further more details as requested. So I do not know. I do not understand what you truly mean by what you said in your last statement. However, if I have caused any misinterpretation or misunderstanding through my email, I will endeavor to make clarity in my email so that there would be no misinterpretation in the future. Something like that. And it sent. And I got no reply afterwards. But I thought, it's very weird how someone would make it's a very simple case, it's very simple. It just makes it out into an argument for no reason. I just thought, people will always find ways to argue, no matter what, no matter how small the thing is. It's very minute and very easy to resolve, but they'll find a way to just, for the sake of it, they want to argue with you. I don't know if you have these kind of people in your life where they live for chaos, they live for arguments, they live for these kind of like situations in life where they can just bring negativity to you if they can. And I just thought, why are you like that? Why do you live your life like that? Isn't that very exhausting? Isn't that very tiring to be in that situation? Doesn't that, just doesn't bring any good vibes at all? You just can't be happy for anything. You just got to be angry at something and at someone. But yeah, it's just weird how this. Again, itchy nose. But yeah, it's weird how we always have people like that, and they just no matter what, they will find ways to be angry at you. Don't know why. Don't know why. uh, I would say the weather in the UK has been very, very weird. We had the most hottest week of all time. All of a sudden, it's become very cold, miserable, and it's been raining hailstones for the past few days as well in the UK, just non-stop hailing in the afternoon. And my goodness, the weather just constantly shifts in such a manner. And all of a sudden it's saying that in this weekend it's going to be very sunny, very hot as well. And it's going to continue to next week. Now, as much as I love that to happen, I just wish that the weather actually is more stable in the UK. Is actually consistent as well. It just stays like that for an extended period of time, and then we'll have an odd rains from time to time in the summer because you still need rains to help the crops and the plantation and everything keep on going and renewing themselves and making them grow and all that stuff. Because is the nutrients for these plants and everything. I don't know why I said the word plantation. That just sounds weird. But anyway, you get what I mean. But yeah, it's just UK weather. I have to say, it's never consistent, never really reliable. I would say, yeah, it's just it's always ever changing. You'll always experience 4 seasons in one day, and you can never get it right because you may be preparing to go out, and you look outside, you're like wondering, "Oh, what do I wear?" Because I know for a fact it's going to be very hot in the afternoon, but it's going to be very cold in the evening and in the morning. And then it's going to be raining, but then it's going to be, and then it's going to be very sunny, and then also it's going to be windy at the same time. What outfit do I wear for today just to survive the weather? Yeah, pretty much. I would say that's pretty much. Actually, I don't know if the average UK citizens would even consider about these things or even think about it. Because a lot of the time, I see a lot of UK people is that they wear shorts, like as in shorts on their legs, not short sleeves, just shorts. And you're like, look at it's freezing cold. Why would you wear shorts? But to them, they're like, yeah, I'm fine. I can do this. I can brave it. Okay, you go on ahead, Braveheart. You go on ahead. But yeah, the weather in the UK. Very weird indeed. Very, very weird indeed. Wow. Okay, I haven't heard back from Frog Legs for my stew. I wonder if you're still here. If you are, I want to ask, how are you doing? Are you doing well? Hopefully everything is going well for you. You are having a fun time and that you are enjoying the stream so far. Oh. Oh. Yes, apologies. Tired. Past 2 days, I haven't had a great sleep. Went to the gym though, which I'm quite proud of myself. Did go to the gym, but I am very, very tired. Sleepy, in fact. But I gotta do some filming and editing today because if I don't think I'll have enough time to do so over the weekends. As much as I want to do it on the weekends, I may not have time. That's the one thing I'm trying to do better in is time managing my life in general, where I can schedule doing different things and able to complete the task in those set hours, or at least achieve a certain amount of completion in my task. But no, oh, that feels better. Yeah, I know. I am constantly procrastinating and distracted. So, oh, sure. I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, very, very tired. Well, I think I'm planning to, you know, make my stream short today. Even though for my chatting stream, I normally would like to go longer, about like an hour and a half, if possible, even go 2 hours if I can. But today I think I'm a bit too tired, and I got quite a lot of things I want to do. So I think I might cut my not cut him, but more like end my stream sooner than I normally would. Now, what can I talk about? There was something I did had in mind. I want to talk about, but I can't remember. Work was so busy today, I didn't really jot down notes or anything like that for my talking points that I want to share today. So this is a bummer. Oh, bummer. Hay fever though. Hay fever is a nightmare for me. My nose is constantly blocked. It is in an endless cycle of me sniffling, just going like that. And I'm just like, man, can I just go a day where I don't need to just sniffle like that and just, breathe through, I just can breathe through my nose fine and, with clearness as well. But no, unfortunately, oh, oh, ah, so tired. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can't seem to find what I was, what I wanted to talk about. Mm, damn it! I I know I had something I want to talk about, but I can't seem to find what it was. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put my phone down. I'm getting distracted too much by my phone. My brain cannot take it. My brain is fried. My brain is so easily distracted. I can't seem to focus very well. I am having trouble focusing now. One thing I have to say that I really want to do is go on a nice, long, relaxing holiday. I want to really travel abroad, go somewhere. As I'm in the UK, I might as well take the opportunity and take advantage of going around in Europe because obviously traveling around Europe will be cheap. Oh, low battery on my laptop before it dies. Let me just keep it charged so it keeps it alive. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Why? Why are you not working? Oh, there we go. But yeah, as I was saying, I would love to go on and travel and everything. And just travel, yeah. It's been a while since I actually traveled and went on a trip. But at the moment, I need to save money and clear my debt, which is quite a substantial amount. It's No laughing matter about it. Semi close to clearing it, but still quite a bit away from actually complete clearing it. But I feel like the moment I clear it, I'm able to do a lot more things where I can, uh, I'll buy a new laptop for one, and possibly go on a few adventure of my own, a solo traveling. That's a possible, video in the future I can do. I can film some solo traveling. Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I don't know where I would go, but I would like to do some traveling. Yeah. I think this will be a good time to actually just end the stream now because my brain is fried. I'm too distracted and I'm just keep on thinking about I need to do this and do that. So I'm gonna do this. Read the Bible and call it a day. Alright, this is Jeremiah chapter 43. It goes, when Jeremiah finished telling the people all the words of the Lord their God, everything the Lord had sent him to tell them, Azariah son of Hoshea and Johanan son of Kareah and all the arrogant men said to Jeremiah, you are lying. The Lord our God has not sent you to say you must not go to Egypt to settle there. But Baruch, son of Neriah, is inciting you against us to hand us over to the Babylonians, so they may kill us or carry us into exile to Babylon. So Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the army officers and all the people disobeyed the Lord's command to stay in the land of Judah. Instead, Johanan, son of Kareah, and all the army officers led away all the remnant of Judah who had come back to live in the land of Judah from all the nations where they had been scattered. They also led away all the men, women, and children, and the king's daughters from Nebuzaradan, commander of the imperial guard, had left with Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, and Jeremiah the prophet, and Baruch, son of Neriah. So they entered Egypt in disobedience to the Lord and went as far as Tahpanhes. I am so sorry I'm pronouncing these names incorrectly in the Bible. In Tahpanhes, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, while the Jews are watching, take some large stones with you and bury them in clay in the brick pavement at the entrance to Pharaoh's palace in Tahpanhes. They say to them, then say to them, this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. I will send for my servant Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and I will set his throne over these stones I have buried here. He will spread his royal canopy above them. He will come and attack Egypt, bringing death to those destined for death, captivity to those destined for captivity, and the sword to those destined for the sword. He will set fire to the temples of the gods of Egypt. He will burn the temples and take their gods captive. As a shepherd wraps his garment around him, so will he wrap Egypt around himself and depart from there unscathed. There in the temple of the sun in Egypt, he will demolish the sacred pillars and will burn down the temples of the gods of Egypt. That is the word of God. That is a very powerful message. Tearing down the other country's gods. Yeah. You'll never hear other gods in other mythologies and everything to be tearing down other countries or mythologies or gods like that. In games you probably have seen a few times, but for this one, the Bible, I think you have never heard like an ancient manuscript say that this very god or their very god, I should say, they will tear down other gods. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for tuning in to my stream. I hope to see you all next week, Monday, where we do a different theme. I'll see you all next week, Monday. Hopefully, you have a great week, have a great sleep, and if you can, exercise. Feel the feel the excitement and the joy of your body, working and being healthy. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all next time. Anime Mask Guy signing out.